Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you are doing well today. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lily, and I'm so happy that you are here with me today. And I have a fun project for you. I am going to alter some of these guest checks. These are guest checks that I purchased last year, and I believe I purchased these in Walmart, and I can't remember exactly how many were in the package. I want to say 6 or 8 of them. I split them with my sister. I've had them in my stash for a while, well, since last year, and I haven't really used them or altered them in any way. I used them in a couple of junk journals that I recently worked on, but other than that, I really didn't do much with them. So last night, I was cleaning up my room and went and reached for one of them, and I didn't put much thought into it. I just grabbed whatever was handy, and this is what I came up with. And I really like how it turned out. I did some collage on it using napkins and just little bits and pieces. Not too many supplies to create this look, and I want to create more. It was really late last night when I did this, and I was literally falling asleep. And this kind of woke me up for a little bit, but it was just late and I was tired. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so to save time, I have already cut up some napkins, and I have a lot more, but I'm still arranging things. So I just grabbed what was nearest, and these are really cute. And then I've already, I don't want you to just watch me fussy cut these, so I've already cut the ones that I want to use. I won't use all of them. I'll try to make as many as I can in the next 30 minutes or so, but here are some larger ones and some smaller ones. So let's set those out of the way. One thing I want to share is when I was cutting, you know how there's multiple layers, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 layers in the napkins. And to separate the backing, everyone's got their own method. I use a little bit of tape. Now, this is not my original idea. This is something I learned a while back from watching someone else do this. But you take some low-tack tape. This one, I say low-tack because, well, some of it already comes off, but then there's still that other layer. And see, it's not very tacky. I suppose you can use some really sticky stuff to separate the layers, but what it does is it lifts the back. This is really old tape, and it's also inexpensive tape, and so it doesn't work very well, but it's a great way to separate that back layer. Just thought I would share that with you. Someone shared it on YouTube, and I thought I would just pass that little tip along. I've seen many people do different techniques to separate it. Oh, see, this tape is really not sticky, but you get the idea. So just kind of press it down a little bit, and then it just separates it, and then you can just pull it apart. There you go. Okay, my tip of the day. Not my original tip, but my tip of the day. Okay, so now I'm going to grab, let's start with one. Is it perforated? Yeah, it is at the top. Okay. Let me grab 2. Let's work with 2 at a time. Let me move this out of the way. I was fussy cutting these napkins while I was catching up on some YouTube videos, and drinking my coffee, enjoying my coffee. I've warmed it up several times. It is now room temperature, but that's okay. I'll drink it anyway. All right. And you guys missed it. I had my nails polished the other day in a lime green glitter. Yeah, there's still a little bit of it. I don't polish my nails as often as I used to before, and then they don't last very long, only a couple days. So all that work to have polish for a couple days and then it starts chipping, no thank you. Maybe it's just the inexpensive polish I have, huh? Okay, so the way that I did it is I'm just going to use glue stick to adhere the napkin. Okay, so I'm going to grab my little glue book, suppose I could use a wet glue like a Mod Podge, but this worked well last night, and I'm gonna run with that technique. So I'm going to see where to kind of place the napkin and then just add glue. Now, I was worried that the glue would stay tacky on the surface, especially the areas that don't have any napkin, but there is no tackiness. It completely dried, and believe me, I just grabbed that glue stick and I covered almost that entire page. So now I will lay this down and smooth it over, and I could see some areas still need some glue, and I'm not going to worry about getting it in areas that are outside of the napkin. Let's see. So some areas need a little bit more, but just gently press it down. I have used, on other projects, I've used Mod Podge for napkin, and you have to be really careful because it will tear the napkin, and this seems to work well too. Okay, so I think that is good right there. Yep. And then once I'm done, I'll go over the back and I will trim the excess. So let me do the next one. Use one of these larger napkins. Oh, this one is so pretty. Nice. You know, I've mentioned before how I struggle with the navy blue. I love it. I just struggle using it, but we're going to give it a go because I think that napkin is really pretty. Okay. And I'm just using this glue stick because it was within reach. I have all kinds of different ones. I'm also trying to go through, and I've mentioned it, I'm trying to go through my supplies, and I've said use it or lose it. If I don't use it this year, I'm going to donate it. I already have a little donate pile going. It's not a lot, believe me, because there's still so many things that I really love. But yeah, I don't want to hoard supplies anymore. I am guilty of hoarding supplies. I want to use them on all of my projects. So that's why I went and I pulled out these guest checks that I've rarely used since I've had them last year. And you see that? And that is on there pretty good. Okay, do we want to do, let's start with these two. And then, well, you know what? Since I'm already gluing them down, let's just glue a couple more. Okay, maybe 3 more. Well, I'll cut 4, and then we'll see how many I can actually get to glue down. I'll use, let's see, I'll set this one aside. Aren't these nice? Some of these napkins my sister has given me. Others I have purchased. Others I even had in my kitchen. Gosh, who uses these in the kitchen, please? Maybe some of these tulips. I love that bird, and I really like this little truck. Okay, let's work with these. Oh, isn't that cute? All right. Where am I going to put you? I'll put you right there. Oh my gosh, some of that leaf is going to go away, but that's okay. And like I said, I'm not worried about getting that glue in other areas because it didn't affect it at all. Like, it worked out really well. Right there. Oh, that is so nice. Look at that. And I've seen so many people use it's curling because it's the wet glue. I've seen so many people use the guest checks, and I just love them. I love the vintage ones too. Those are really cool. So I wanted to, I know maybe I'm a little bit late to the game here, to the guest check game. Never too late to create, you guys. All right. Oh, that's so cute right there. Never too late to create. And I think it'll turn out really cute. Okay, let's do another. Let's do some of these tulips. Oh, it's stuck to my fingers. And these will make great tags or even journaling cards. All kinds of fun ideas. Don't be shy. Let me know how you use the guest checks. But I thought these were a good deal. They weren't very expensive. And then I was able to split them with my sister. So there's that. Let's do this one. I really like this flower right here. Okay. And I suppose I don't only have to use, I'm not limited, I should say, to using just napkin. We could use digital prints, stickers. What we want is to create a focal point, right? That's what I'm aiming for, a focal point. Okay, so now that I have those glued, the next step is I added a little label. And these are old labels, and I have everything here. So as I'm not struggling with my supplies, I kind of gathered everything so it's handy. So these are old labels, maybe address labels. I found these last year. I don't remember. I think in my parents' garage. So, and I've used these in other projects. So, and I'm sure that I could use regular address labels, and I have tons of those too, but why not use these up? So then what I did is took some distress ink and just kind of went over to give them even more aging. I don't know if you can really tell in the video, but they are pretty yellow. They do have some aging to them, some yellowing to them, but I'm going to give them a more distressed look because why not? I like the way that looks. So I'm just going over. Okay, and then you could see on the one that I made last night, I only used a portion of it. And that's what I'm going to do, just have it kind of go over here on this side. I need my glue book again. These are so old, they are not sticky. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. And maybe put it right there. Yep. As I'm working, I'm getting more ideas. So I think the next one, I'll go over the edges a little bit more once I've, removed it from the backing. And what did I do next? Oh, I took a word sticker, and those I have over here. Let me show you my little bin really quick of word stickers. So I just have them in this plastic box, and I just go through the ones I need. So I'm just going to grab this one. This is Small Talk by Tim Holtz, and I'm going to use some of the black labeled ones. Let's see. Here we go. Start doing things you love. Yep. Why would you want to do things you don't love? And then add some more glue. These are sticky, but I want to make sure that they don't fall off the project. Okay. How about that? I like it. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. So where's that other piece? Okay. So what I'm going to do to this, is add a little more distress to the edges just to define it a little more. And then glue it or add some glue. Okay. Next. Oh, I need to cut that. It's so thin, I'm sure I could have just torn it apart. But, okay, so let's put it here. Look at that. I love it. Let's get a word sticker. It's like a little assembly line. Live your dream with passion. Okay, I'm getting messy here. I'm going to have sticky fingers in just a second. And I love the way that looks, the way it kind of overlaps. So I really like that. What do you think? Okay, next. Okay, I'm going to cut that. Whoops, I think I cut a little bit of the of the guest check. That's all right. Then I need a little bit of glue right there. Right? Oh no, that's just excess. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, did I go off? I should put a little marker here so I know not to go out of the area. Okay, so we're going to add a label. First, I will distress it. I'm trying to build up my ephemera again and use different items that I have so as to not, you know, get stuck using the same things over and over again. Okay, I'll do this right here. Okay. And then add it right there. Cut the back. Look at that. Okay. I'll add the stickers to all of them in just a second. So let me finish adding the other labels. Okay, I had another one. Here we go. Oh yeah, I think this could totally be done with regular address labels, like the Avery ones. Yeah, I've got tons of those too, but I still have plenty of these to use. Oops, what am I doing? Oh, adding glue. Okay. And where do I put this one? Maybe on this side? Oh, I don't know if I like that. No! I don't know. I don't know yet. Let's take a look. I'll think about that one in a minute. Maybe that's too wide, too blocky. We'll see. I'll do all of it because I need 2 more. Is it too much light here? Let me see if I can dim the light a little bit because it's getting really bright. Okay, right there. All right. Let me just cut that in half. And then add some glue. Wow, I could probably make 100 of these. Just set up a little assembly line, right? And I usually do that. I'll mass produce stuff. Okay, glue on this one. You know what I've been also craving to do is scrapbook. I want to scrapbook. So as I was putting things away, I was putting my scrapbook albums on the bookshelf. in our little loft area, and I was going through some of my scrapbooks and also some of the my pocket project life albums, and I'm like, oh, I want to create little cards with pictures and a scrapbook. I found a box of pictures that I haven't scrapbooked, so maybe that's something I'll do. It's on my to-do list to scrapbook. I didn't do much scrapbooking last year. Okay, oh my gosh, so cute. And I get so excited when something works out. Oh, there are things that I have created, you guys, that just don't work out. And I'll talk about that in another video. I was working on a journal a couple years ago and created a cover, and the signature in it was done, and I went to grab it the other day so that I could finish the journal and finish embellishing it, and that cover, it just did not work. So I took the signature out. So now I have to create a new signature, a new cover for the signature. And I thought I could make it work, and it's just not going to work. So I'll show you the cover I'm talking about in an upcoming video. Look at that. I love this so much. Okay. Let's see. I'm just grabbing... I am just grabbing, oh, and so the adventure begins. Okay, I think this one will look good in the little truck one. I would be less messy if I used the art glue with that really skinny, pointy nozzle. How about that? Okay, that looks a little bit better. I need to add something else to balance it. It looks a little off balance. So, and what I also do is I will set things down and then walk away from them, come back. But now it's not looking so bad. It's looking kind of nice. Okay, I will do, let me see, how much time do I have? Okay, I have a few more minutes. But I also want to show you what the next steps will be. Okay. Okay, since I just have that birdie one, let me add another word. This one, hold on tight to your dreams. Now, I'm looking for some that are somewhat long so that they overlap the label. Okay. Like this. Okay, so now the next thing we will do is I'm going to distress the edges a little bit. Like that. And I get so quiet when I'm working. And it's so weird to be silent. I'm always talking, but that's okay. I'm concentrating, you guys. And I want to get as much done so I could show you what the very last step will be. And I'm sure what I will, whoa, that needs glue. What I will probably end up doing is using some of the digitals that I have. and adding them as focal points. Oh, that one needs glue right here. Okay. Whoops, my camera. Oh, I really like this one now. It's starting to look a lot better. Okay. Oh, that needs glue right there. Actually, no, it doesn't. There's nothing on that napkin. Look at that. That napkin looks funny, stuck on my finger. Okay. For the sake of time, I will go back and glue down the little edges if any are lifting up. And, oh, I did them all. Okay, I need to get rid of that. Okay. So then now, okay, so the very last step is I'm going to add some of this, some little droplets, some sprinkles of shine. And I was thinking about mixing up some white paint with some water, some acrylic paint, and doing that. But I'm going to, the one that I did last night, I did use some of the Heidi Swap Shine, the gold shine. Just so you guys know, I have been known to call this Heidi Shine Swap. Heidi, yeah, we're just going to call it Color Shine. And then I have this one. This is by Tattered Angels, and it's Glimmer Mist. So let's put these down. I'm going to get a piece of paper and add some of this. Just a few sprinkles, maybe. I'll add another one. Let's do that one. You guys, I love how these turned out. And now I only have 30 minutes to show you the ones that I'm working on here, but off camera, I think I'm going to work on a lot more. I have 3 or 4 of those booklets. Oh, those are big droplets. That's okay. They dry and they look really nice when they're dry. Yay. So look at that. Can you see that? That'll dry really nice. Let me show you the one that's already dried. See how it kind of blends into the background? It's a very subtle, they're little subtle droplets. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside because I want to do some of this Glimmer Mist right here. So let's put 3 more down. Oh, I made 6 of them. I didn't really count how many I made. Okay. This one is more like coffee stain. It's more bronzy or more of an antique gold. I don't know what to call it, but it looks like coffee. It is Glimmer Mist. It does have a little shine to it, but look, it's dark, like almost like coffee drops with a little glimmer to them. Oh, don't do that. Now you know why I put that paper down. Come on. Okay. There you go. Oh, that looks so nice, you guys. Let me know what you think. I love them. I'll bring the other one back just so we can put them side by side. Look at that. Can you see that? I love how these turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna make some more, okay? But you'll see these in upcoming projects. What's really nice about this is we have the back that we can use for journaling. These are gonna make great little journaling cards in some of my journals. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making them. So I'm going to get busy and make some more. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I'm so happy for you to be here. Thank you to everyone. You guys have a great day and I will talk to you later. Bye.